Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our, with our Draft to Glory franchise mode. And in this one, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, what happened? Well, let's explain what happened. So, after the last episode, I exited out of the sim to jump back in the sim just to see who we could pick up at the 6th overall selection in the entry draft. And then I actually realized that I royally screwed up. After I had exited without saving, I then deleted the original file, which then also deleted the save file from the exit without saving file, because that's also a file you can then go on to for some reason. So that happened, and then when I came back to record episode 3 of this series, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago actually. I was going to upload I was going to get ready to upload it. I went to my franchise mode list, and there wasn't a Tampa Bay Lightning one there, so obviously we fixed that and we are back. Now, a few things are different. So obviously, since I did lose that, I was totally just going to end the series there on 2 episodes, but I decided no, I'm not going to do that. We're going to go back. We're going to do the fantasy draft again, and I got all the players I got in the last one, but instead of the 2 or 3 drafted players from the fantasy draft that weren't from Tampa Bay, I just decided to get other players that were from Tampa Bay. So in our last sim, or on the original sim, I guess, our record was 34, 40, and 8. In this one, we were 32, 41, and 9. Now, both teams finished with the 6th overall selection. So we have the 6th overall selection in the draft, but since everything screwed up, I was able to go back in and assign created players to a team so they couldn't get drafted in this fantasy draft, or in the fantasy draft. So now officially Brady Tkachuk is ready to go and can be drafted now, and he's not just going to be straight signed to a team, which I do like. And that will definitely beef up our position in the draft as well. So we finished 4th here, and I believe we finished 3rd in the last sim. So we finished worse, somehow, basically. Just the league around us just finished, or was a little bit worse than we were. So yeah, we finished 4th off of tiebreaker with San Jose. So we were awarded with the 6th overall selection, and I have a few things I want to show you guys. Yes, Vladislav Nemesnikov is an 89. Yeah, I have something to show you. That top line did absolute wonders for us this season. Nemesnikov had an 89-point season, up to an 89 overall from, I believe it was an 85. Jouin up from an 85 to a 90, plus he's a high elite now. And then Andre Palat went from an 84 to an 88. He dropped 30 goals this season as well. Hedman grew a +1, I believe, to a 94. Richard Panik grew. Cirelli got back up to that 85, playing on that second or third line. I believe, no, I had him playing the third line like I did in the original sim. So, yeah, I got him to get that 85 growth, or 85 overall growth again, which I was really scared I was going to lose. I'm just going to show you guys the points. Connolly actually grew this time, so did Paquette. D'Angelo grew the same amount that he did in the first sim. Witkowski grew a +1. Ernie grew. Radish grew. Pekka, I believe, grew as well. Barbario did not. Blugis. Now, oh yeah, that's another thing I want to show you guys. We're going to go through all the contracts, and I'm going to show you guys that there's actually different players on the team, because I actually decided to go through free agency and sign anybody. Well, not anybody. Sorry, there was a burp there, but I signed decent-ish players, or decent potential players. Well, basically just the best overall players I could find, down to, I think it was 63 overall, that were drafted by Tampa. Now, I will show you that in a second. So this year, this team was better than the original sim team that we did, and for some reason, this team did worse. We had Riku Helenius, who is actually a Tampa draft pick, and he was better than Dustin Tokarski, and who was a Krister Skudlevsky. So yeah, now I want to go show you guys the contracts just to show you who actually went, or who I signed from free agency. Now, you guys are going to see some people there like Mark Stahl, obviously, as you can see over there. Do not worry about them. I did not use them in the sim in any way. I had them all scratched, and I signed them for a higher cap hit, just so we could reach the cap level and get ready to, or be able to make everything, make any roster moves that were necessary. So, let's see. People that I signed to play for us. Nobody there. Well, I guess from free agency, I signed Hellenius. Yeah, in the system, I signed Wilcox. And I also managed to get Connor Ingram this time. So yeah, I forgot to tell you that. So in the last draft, I wasn't able to get Connor Ingram. This time I got Connor Ingram, and I also got Otto Zombie. So I got both of them, which is nice. Although Connor Ingram didn't grow, but he did get to 21 years old. No, I think he was a +1. I think he was at 60 overall. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I signed Wilcox and Ingram, or not Ingram, but I got Ingram. Let's see, through here, players I signed. Blugis I signed, Harju I signed. Let's just show you them just so you guys know that they are drafted by them. Let's see, Masson I believe I signed, Ben Thomas I believe I signed, and that might be it. Yeah, I think that is it. Alright, so now I do want to go and show you guys the overall growth. Just so you know, I didn't just boost up Vladislav Nemesnikov to a 89 overall. I wouldn't have been able to get him in the fantasy draft, more than likely. But yeah, so let's see. Hedman went from a 93 to a 94. Drouin from an 85 to a 90. Nemesnikov from an 85 to an 89. Platt from an 84 to an 88, which I'm really happy with because his contract is not a nice one. It's like 6.48 or something like that. And being at an 84, that is really rough. But being at an 88, that is much, much better. And definitely a lot happier paying him that much money being at 88. Sorelli grew from a 74 to an 89, or not an 89, sorry, 85 again, which I'm very happy about. D'Angelo from a 77 to an 82. Ponick +1. Killorn didn't change. Connolly was a +2. Gudis didn't change. Brett Howden grew 10 overalls from a 67 to a 77. Cedric Paquette grew +1. Adam Ernie grew +2. Barbario did not change. Taylor Radish grew a +4. Quack Quack a +1. Hellenius didn't change. Tokarski did not change. Now in the system, just show you, Cal Foot a +4. Matthew Joseph actually grew this time, which I'm really happy about, so it does mean he could totally make the NHL for us in the future. 68 to a 74, that is a nice growth from him, or a nice amount of growth from him. Witkowski grew +1. Gudlevsky's blue just did not change. Richard and Harshu both grew +1. Lipanov a +4, which I am happy about. He could be pretty damn solid for us in the future. That discipline and offensive awareness is not bad. Shot also not that bad. Defense kind of rough, not gonna lie. Definitely more of an offensive two-way forward, I guess. Pretty decent skating. Decent physical stats as well. So yeah, he grew a +4. Pekka +1. Masson grew a +3, which is interesting because obviously I signed him from free agency that time, so that's interesting. Wilcox did not change. He wasn't playing though either. Volkov a +4. Ben Thomas a +3. Kachuk a +4. Dennis Yan also a +4, as well as Matt Spencer. And then Mitchell Stevens a +2. Bakanji Imama a +3. And then Connor Ingram did not change. Otto Sampi went from a 58 to a 61. Yeah, so that is actually everything that I wanted to show you guys. And now Brady Tkachuk being in the draft, it should make this draft pretty interesting. And let's get into it because we've got some players we need to draft. So One rule about the draft is that we cannot trade any or trade up or trade down. So unfortunately, can't get Rasmus Dahlin, which obviously would be extremely helpful to the team, being an 83 out of the draft. That would be nuts. We won't be, well, we might be able to get Veleno. He may fall out of the top 5. Zadina, unfortunately, I know we won't get. Same thing for Svechnikov, unfortunately. What I predicted to go would be Dallin 1, Svechnikov 2, Zadina 3, Tkachuk 4, and after that it's basically a free-for-all between Veleno, Merkley, Hughes, Farabee, Bouchard, Boqvist. Yeah, so we will see. Boqvist, I'm not sure about. Evan Bouchard, I think he's 65, high top 4. Adam Boqvist, I think, is 69, medium elite. Joel Farabee, I think he was around a 70, or I think I have him as a 69, medium top 6. Quinn Hughes, I think, is a 68, medium top 4. Ryan Merkley, I think, is a 73 or a 67, somewhere around there, medium elite. So, yeah, we'll see. Detroit obviously gets Rasmus Dahlin first overall. Svechnikov goes second overall. Zadina goes third overall to the Oilers. Nice. Fourth overall, Brady Tkachuk to Columbus. Fifth overall, Joe Veleno, who's actually a 76 as well. I did not know that. Now we select sixth, and what do we need the most, guys? I'm really not too sure about that, to be honest. Let's just we're not actually going to offer a trade, but let's just go and look at our prospect system. I'd say we definitely have more forward prospects than defensive prospects. So yeah, let's see. We've got Drouin, Nemesnikov, Palat. Wow, Cirelli has like 0 value. Being an 85 at 20 on an entry-level deal for the next 3 years, he doesn't even have half of Andre Palat's trade value, which is crazy. So, I mean, like, we've got our top line, like, for sure, in Drouin, Nemesnikov, and Palat. Cirelli could even grow to get on that top line. Who knows? Panik, Nielsen, or sorry, not Nielsen, Panik, Killorn, Connolly, they'll probably all stay throughout this series for the most part. Howden could definitely get better. He does have that medium top 6, and he's also only 20. Taylor Radish could get good, medium top 6, 20. Matthew Joseph could get good as well. Let's see, then we've got Alexei Lipanov, 70 at 18. I really like that. That could be very promising for us. Pekka, no, not good. Volkov, he may make it. Same thing for Tkachuk. I don't think either of them ever will, but there's definitely a chance. And that's it for forwards. Now, as for defensemen, we've got Hedman, we've got DeAngelo, then we've got Cal Foote, and I think that's it. So, I mean, there's our future top 3. We've got Hedman, DeAngelo, and Foote in the top 3. Obviously, Stahl was not ours, but then we have Gudas, Barberio, Quack, Blugis, Masson, Thomas, Spencer. All of those players more than likely won't get very good. As for goalies, it is going to be rough for goalies. I know usually, who is the goalie that goes first? I think it's Alexis Gravel or Alexei Gravel, I don't know. Let's see. I believe he goes in the first round, which sucks because obviously if we were able to get him in the second round, then that would be nice. I mean, he is listed first to second round, so it is a possibility. But after that, the goaltending is not great. Olivier Rodrigue is not bad, but the prospects for goaltenders really do not look too hot in this first draft. So let's see. Who do we go for, guys? I'm thinking Ryan Merkley. I've seen him be able to grow to a beast the way he is right now. Evan Bouchard, I'm not sure about. I've never seen him grow. Boqvist, I've seen max out around an 83 to an 85. I've seen Merkley get up to a 90. And I really just don't need the forward in Joel Farabee. So you know what? I feel best going with Ryan Merkley. We are going to go for him. 73 overall, medium elite, offensive defenseman. He could hopefully be ready for the NHL next season. No promises, though. Now, let's just finish off the top 10. Bouchard goes 7th to the Blackhawks. I did not mean to click a trade there for the Rangers. They have the pick on the block. How helpful will that be? Boqvist, a 69 overall, medium elite. Wahlstrom, I forgot about Wahlstrom, 68 overall, medium top 6. Quinn Hughes, medium top 4, 68 overall. Farabee, medium top 6, 69 overall. Let's sim to our pick, and let's hopefully see that Alexis Gravel is still there. Let's just scroll down, and we'll see if he was taken. Let's see. Alexis Gravel was taken by the Nashville Predators, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks because, to be honest, I mean, like I said, the goalies are not great. There's a good steal by San Jose. Interesting. He could. I didn't even see his first name. I just saw the Mayer. Okay, so goalie is something we need, but there are created players. Well, not Mike. I didn't create them. But there are players that I do not know. Nicholas Nordgren. I'm pretty sure that is a computer-generated player, which I'm really tempted to go for. I mean, he could be medium elite, but we need a goalie, and I know Rodrigue isn't awful. Like, he could be a lot better, but I know he isn't awful. So, you know what? Now, we're going to go for Rodrigue, and if Nordgren was something special, then that's obviously going to suck, but I think going for Nordgren is the wrong mistake, or the wrong choice, and I definitely agree. Seeing that now being a 56 overall, medium top 9 potential, that is not great. Whereas Rodrigue, high fringe, 56 overall, hopefully he could be something special for us, obviously being hopefully our future goaltender if we can't find it any sooner. Now, continuing on through the draft, let's see. So we've got Ryan Roth, a 17-year-old, all right. Martin Bodak, is he real? He might be real, I'm not sure though. Jake Goldowski, it's an interesting name. Ivan Korosankov is not a bad pickup. I believe he's a high top 9, which really isn't that bad. Philip Sveningsson, I think he might be a computer-generated player. Dmitry Zavgorodny. I saw this guy in a different sim, so he's real. Then we've got Daniel Polzil and Dominic Pavlat, who are both actually real players. Obviously you can tell Polzil is. But yeah, Pavlat is too. I did search this up because those were basically the other two goalies that could be good for us in this year 1 draft. But I really feel like Kosarenkov is an appropriate pick for us, and I feel like he could most definitely grow. Whereas for Polzil, I don't remember Polzil's or Pavlat's potential. I'm really not sure. We're going to go for Kosarenkov. High top 9, high top 9, 63 overall. So it's not awful, not great. I mean, it's basically one of the better picks we could have gotten at that point. Let's see, how good were those two goalies, assuming they did go. Polzil was a medium fringe at 62, so okay. Pavlat was a medium backup at 59. Okay, so wow, Jesus, I'm glad we didn't go for someone like Goldowski being a 49 overall, a medium bottom 6. Justice Annunen I forgot about as well. Now we have basically don't have a good goalie to go for now in the rest of this draft. Kozanov, he is a created player, I believe. A created, or a computer-generated player, sorry, my bad. But yeah, so unless I see an interesting goalie, we probably won't be going for one. Skarek, is he real? Jakub Skarek, I'm not sure if he is, to be honest. Maybe. Zach Malik. Sarah Noel, I know isn't too bad. Pavel Zykov. Nikita Malukin. Nathan Dunkley, I'm not sure how good he is. Matthew McDougall. Lucas Wernbloom, Levio Stadler, Kyle Walker. I'm not sure who that is, but to be honest, his stats aren't that bad. Two-way defenseman. He's definitely an option. I feel like with that skating category, he may not be that bad of a player. Whether his potential is good or not, though, he's probably a medium 7th, which is what I'm really afraid of. I was thinking someone like Malukin, although I don't know anything about Malukin, whereas I know Kyle Walker is a good skater. He's got a powerful shot. Not really great defensively or offensively. There's just not a lot of information about him. The Russian or the Canadian? You know what? I think I've seen. The name sounds familiar for Kyle Walker, so let's go for Nikita Malukin. How good is he? Medium bottom 6 is not great. Pispinen. Well, that sucks. Hanu Pispinen, a medium elite goaltender who I didn't even get to see because he was drafted, but yeah, and then a low elite sniper as well in Marco Noronen, I'm assuming a Finn, yeah. And then we get hit with Malukin, who is not a great pick. Let's sim to our next pick, and let's go back just to see if that was definitely the wrong decision. Dunkley actually wasn't that bad. Skarek, medium fringe, alright. Malik I looked at. Sarah Noel I feel like just could have been the best pick there. Let's see, Kyle Walker was a medium 7th as I expected. Yeah, okay, well, that is not a great pick by any means. That kind of sucks. Let's make our pick now again, but this time in the 5th round, I think? Yeah, 5th round. Alright, so Roman Kalinichenko. I don't plan on going for him just because that exact 7th. Lassie Lettinen. I feel like I've heard that name before. Josh Patterson. He's got some pretty interesting stats, but he has a AHL bottom 6 potential, which means it could be even worse than that. I don't know how I feel about that. Jakub Lauko, Igor Vishnevsky, Abraham Hackett, Voloshenko, Sergei Voloshenko, Theo Cardwell, Tiny Pratt, Zach Earl. You know what, guys? I want to see really quickly is let's see, Lassie Lettinen a player? Let's see, is he real? Is he? I believe he was 19. I think he is. Yeah, he is real. Okay, so I don't know how good he is, and I don't think I'm gonna go for him then. How about Abraham Hackett? Is he real? Let's see. Abraham Hackett. Oh, he is not real. Okay. So, should we go for another goalie? I don't see, other than Patterson, I don't see a forward I'd like to go for, but Patterson's potential, it just looks awful, whereas some of his stats just don't. Yeah, I feel like the extra goalie would not be bad. Let's go for Hackett. Is he good? Medium fringe starter is not. Is not good at all. Okay, so that was kind of a bust of a pick. Most of these picks have been awful. I very, very rarely get lucky in the first 2 rounds. Patterson or Lettinen just would have been the better pick. Did I say in these first 2 rounds? I'm in these first 2 drafts. Yeah, just those 2 picks, Lettinen or Patterson, they could have been better, unfortunately. Yeah, Kablauko I did not know was that good. Odell, I didn't even see that guy, but he's a low elite at 1753. That's actually not bad. Oh, Tiny Pratt was a low elite. Damn it. Shit. Hawes, I didn't see that guy, but he's a high backup. Bryant Hawes. Wow, okay, well, Voloshenko wasn't too bad either. Well, this has been a pretty poor draft apart from our first round pick. Let's continue on then. Ty Edinger, Sergei Prokhorkin, Sammy Molanin, Stanislav Kenins, Quinn Ewell, Max Martin. I feel like he's not that bad. Lyndon McCollum. Who was that? I do not recognize that name. Mason Hardy. Lyndon McCollum. I do not recognize that name. Kelvin Hare. Decent stats that I can actually see of, but the medium 7th is kind of worrying. Obviously, as it would be for most people. Dmitry Mayarov. Cameron Hillis. Cole Clayton, again, another 7th defenseman, or exact 7th. Ruslan Perezogan. A potential 7th round pick for us, maybe. Okay, let's go back up, and I think we're going to go for McCollum. Lyndon McCollum, please don't disappoint me. Come on, medium bottom 6, 52 overall. That is just another awful pick from me. And so far, this draft has just been awful. And this has just really, really sucked for us. There's just no better way to put it. This is just really, really has sucked for us. Martin was a high AHL top 2, so that's not bad. Janik was a medium top 9. Riedenbach, didn't even see him. Austin Keaton, I don't know. 7th round selection. Let's see who we can get now. So we still have that goalie in Perez Hogan, which is honestly not a bad option. I mean, the greens, it's not that bad, especially being 17 years old. Let's just see. Vincent Martineau. I don't think he's very good. Thomas Winkler, I know isn't terrible. I believe he's a medium 7th. Trevor Fistrick. I do not know that guy. Simon West. I do not know how good he is. I'm pretty sure he is real, though. Damiani, I don't know. Andre Shurtek. He doesn't sound familiar. Nicholas Bull. Murray Westgarth, sure. Marcus Silvergard, I don't think he's good. Mark Rubenchik, I don't think he's very good either. Marcus Karlberg, sounds familiar. Max Grandin, Michael Farin, Matthew Charlebois. I don't know how you actually say that last name, to be honest with you. Kyle Bates. Jan Seuss. You know what? Let's go back up. I think I'm just going to go for Perez Hogan here. Wait, have we drafted a defenseman? Let's see. Have we drafted a defenseman this draft? I truly don't think so. Let's see. Sort of by, oh yeah, we drafted Merkley, obviously. How could I forget that? Well, feel like going for another goalie may not be a bad option, but I would almost kind of really like to also pick up a defenseman. Winkler or Perzok, I do know Winkler. I'm pretty sure he's a medium 7th. I do not recognize Perzhogen. Let's see, is he a real player? Ruslan Perez Hogan. Let's see. Wait, what? Is he real? No, he's not. No, okay. Screw it. We're going for Perez Hogan. Please don't be bad. He's bad. He is bad. Winkler, yeah, medium 7th. I did know that, and I'm not even going to look through the rest of the draft. I cannot look at that anymore. That was potentially the worst draft of my life. Usually that first year draft does not go so poorly, and that could truly affect this series because obviously having players not pan out from the draft, that could seriously hurt us here in the future. Now we have $24 million in cap space, and we've got a few players to re-sign. Obviously, main one being Vladislav Namestnikov, and since he did grow so much, he wants a pretty big contract. I wish it just would have stayed around that $7 million mark the entire time. Would 4 years at $7 million be good enough for him? I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna try $7 million for 4 seasons for Namestnikov. We'll see how he likes that. As for D'Angelo, he actually doesn't want that bad of a contract. In 4 years at under $3 million for a top 4 defenseman, I'd say that's pretty good. Let's go $275 for the next 4 seasons for D'Angelo. See if he will enjoy that contract. Stahl, gone. Obviously, Nielsen as well will be gone. Andy Green, gone. Cedric Paquette, I would like to re-sign, so let's do that. I think what we'll do is we'll just offer him what he wants. Adam Ernie, he wants a 1-year deal. You know what, I'm going to offer him a 1-year deal, but I'm going to give him like $2 million just because I do need to bring that cap hit up or a decent amount. Barberio does not want an extension, but we're going to give him one, and we're going to give him a hefty deal to entice him to coming back to this team. So let's see, not 2 point something. We're just going to go $3 million on the dot for him. Jasper Fast, release. Slater Quack, will he get any good to be an NHLer for us in the future? I'm not sure. Let's see, 2 years at basically an entry-level contract. Let's see if he likes that. We will release Eric Branson. I forgot to sign Cal Foote earlier this season, so more than likely, yeah, unfortunately, it'll only be a two-way deal for 1 season. I think I'll max it out, though, for him. Maybe he'll be happy about what we're giving him, and he'll want to grow even more and play better. Ryan Merkley, let's give him the max entry-level contract. Kristers Kudalevskis, we will resign. We'll just go for 3 years for him. We'll give him the max. Dustin Tokarski, I would also like to resign. We'll just give him what he wants, but at 3 seasons. Matthew Pekka, again, we'll just give him what he wants. 3 seasons as well. Adam Wilcox probably won't grow for us. We probably also don't need him, but gonna sign him anyways. Kosarankov, I do want to re-sign him and give him that max deal just in case he wants to get even better. Why not? As for Otto Sompy, I'd like to have him 3 years, and again, we'll just give him the max deal. I highly doubt he will pan out. Olivier Rodrigue, I would rather sign as our goalie. I mean, they're both 17. And Paris Hogan is 4 overall higher. Can I sign both of them? I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you. We actually went for 3 goalies that draft. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, well, that is actually no good. That draft was very, very poor. Let's advance a day and let's see who is coming back to the team. Gudlevskis will be Tokarski, Wilcox, Namestnikov, Foote, D'Angelo, Quack, Paquette, Ernie, Barberio, Pekka, Sompy, Merkley, Rodrigue, Kosarankov, all are coming back to the team. Not a single person declined that trade, or not that trade. Sorry, that contract offer. We have 13 mil left, and I do still need to bring the cap hit up, which means I'll probably have to re-sign someone, or sign someone from free agency, not necessarily re-sign someone. What am I doing? Goalies, yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 goalies under contract. I don't think I can draft or can can have one, which is gonna suck. Or I can sign another one. If we can, we're going to try to sign Bears Hogan. And if we can't, that's going to kind of suck. And I shouldn't have signed Wilcox, really, if that is the case. But other than that, I guess it's fine. We've got basically everybody I've wanted. Now, let's sim on up to free agency. See if there's anybody that could help us out there. Now, the only players that could go to free agency that could actually come to the team. Yeah, I can't. We don't actually have a full roster, do we? I don't think so. We may actually have a full roster, but I'm pretty sure it's just because we have 6 goalies signed already. I'm pretty sure that is the max you can have signed. Yeah, we have 41 out of 50 contracts, yeah. And I can't make a trade, so unfortunately, I guess I shouldn't have signed Wilcox there. My bad. Sorry about that, guys, but there's not much I can do about it now. Let's just sim on up. Why am I just advancing days? Let's just sim to free agency normally, and we'll see. We've got everybody signed. Let's edit the trade block, get anybody who's on it off of it. Ooh, that Killorn contract. I don't know. Kind of like him to grow a couple overall, so he could be. So he could be better. Unfortunately, the problem about taking him was that we are going to have that contract on us now. Just quickly, let's just go through this and see if there is any Tampa Bay Lightning players that we could pick up. So far, not looking great. And I've noticed that when I was looking through free agency, it is a lot of the same teams that make these make a lot of the draft picks. Like, I'd say it was probably a list from anywhere from 10 to 15, 10 to 20 teams that would make the majority of the draft picks, and Tampa was not one of them. It was hard to find Tampa drafted players when I was going through the free agency list. Before everything got ruined, or after everything got ruined and we were in this actual sim, so it kind of sucks. And again, looks like it's not going to be any different. And as soon as we go down to 75, we're just going to stop. Well, I guess 74 is when we'll stop. And then, yeah, but it's just no Tampa players, guys. It kind of really sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Let's continue going down a little bit more, though. It's just not likely. Alright, well, no skaters to sign at free agency then. What about goaltenders? Any goaltenders we could sign? Again, highly doubt it. If we're just gonna have to draft goalies and build them up, because there is no way that we're ever gonna find. I can't even sign a goalie. There's no real point on even looking for them. So guys, that is basically a 40-minute episode. Ooh, one thing I do want to show you guys first. Can't actually show that now. I want to show you the captains and assistants, and I forgot to do it in the first 2 episodes of the series. But for what I'm going to do as of right now is our captain will be Victor Hedman, and our 2 alternates or assistant captains will be Nemesnikov and Drouin. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are okay with that. If not, I'm sorry. If not, I mean, I'm sorry. Is that? Oh, no. Let's go and check out some awards before we head off. I did show you guys all the point totals. Actually, well, I didn't show you the point totals in the league, and I believe Nemesnikov finished top 10 in scoring. So Malkin and Besser tied for first. Second is Kucherov. Third is Sagan. Let's see Kucherov. Last year of his deal, he's a 96 overall. He will want a hell load amount of money. He could genuinely go to free agency. He was a minus player over there in San Jose as well. Does that have anything to do with it? Well, maybe. He could just be like dead set on not re-signing with them, and we could obviously sign him. Imagine that happened. So yeah, Malkin, Besser 1, Kucherov 2, Sagan 3, Ovechkin and Stamkos 4. He's on a 6-year deal, so he won't be coming back. Line A, Crosby and Marchessault 5, I believe that is. Yeah, and then Voracek, Nemesnikov, Short 6, Kessel 7, Barkov 8, alongside Marner 9, Hall, Panarin, Kopitar, and 10, Drouin. Drouin's actually the lone 10th place holder, I guess you could say. So realistically, if you do count ties in this, our top 2 point getters were in the top 10 in scoring in the league. Most goals, who did that go to? That went to Ovi with 55. Most assists went to Marchessault with 69. What a beast he was. Highest plus minus was a 44 for Rasmus Ristolainen playing with Drew Doughty. Interesting. Sorry, go back to the entire league. Let's go look at forwards. Obviously, Malkin and Besser finishing off the most points there. Besser will be the Calder winner as well, which is nice to see. Defenseman, Ekman Larson, 78 points. Could Doughty get that? Definitely, but I can't see it going to someone else other than Ekman Larson. He had 78 points in 82 games. Absolute monster. Not a single defenseman hit 20 goals this season either. Interesting. Let's go look at not rookie skaters. Let's go look at the goalies. Let's sort it by 40 games just to see. I bet we have the worst save percentage in the league. Or our starters do. No. UC Saros has a worse save. UC Saros and Robin Lehner had worse save percentages than Riku Helenius. That is very poor. Lehner's a +7. They're 7 overall higher than Helenius, and then Saros is 8 overall higher. Damn, that is shocking. Best save percentage went to Fleury with a 927, and he also had the best GAA at a 214. So, good season from Fleury, winning the Vezina. Let's go check out the awards. The win by Los Angeles basically continues that revolving door of the same teams winning the cup in the past 8 years, I guess. 2010 was Chicago, 2011 was Boston, 2012 was LA, 2013 was Chicago, 2014 was LA, 2015 was Chicago, 2016 and 17 were Pittsburgh, and 2018 was the Los Angeles Kings. President's Trophy, Carolina. The President's Trophy curse continues. LA made it to the final against the Ottawa Senators. Art Ross went to Malkin. Hart went to Malkin. Ekman Larson won the Norris. Kucherov won the Lady Byng. Besser won the Calder. Murray won the Conn Smythe. Wow, 3-peat for Murray then. Fleury won the Vezina. Anderson won the Jennings. Lindholm won the Masterton. Bergeron won the Selke. Malkin won the Tendlidze. And Ovechkin won the Maurice Richard. Ovechkin's actually a capital. I just noticed that. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for me in this one. Get ready for for season number 2 in the next one. I'll see you guys all then. Goodbye.